Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing something that you may have seen on my Instagram stories, the breakfast bagel sandwich. It's an incredible invention and I'm here today to show you how it's done. First ingredient, a bagel. We got bacon, eggs, cheese, spinach, onions. Those are the main ingredients. And then extra stuff, we got homemade hot sauce. Obviously, you're probably not gonna have any of that. Some fresh
Rosemary.
Some fresh
I was like, what? Wow.
some thyme and black pepper. Yeah, and so I'm just gonna take you through it, how I do it, and what I think is the easiest way to get it done. And this applies to all breakfast sandwiches. You know, this is, again, if you watched my other cooking video, you would know that it's all about what you want, what tastes good. So do this however you want. This is just what I do if you want to, if you want some inspiration. So first things first, cut the bagel in half. Actually, I'm just gonna put this in the toaster. Not toast it yet, but put it in the toaster.
Oh, I didn't even follow you. The camera's still on the cutting board and nothing's there.
Nice.
Sorry.
Okay.
In the toaster.
We are gonna have something that you might notice about Bailey and I, both of us, when we cook. We are very messy cooks. And bakers.
My sister can vouch for that when we lived with her.
Because we both worked in either restaurants or bakeries. So when you work in food service, it's all about making the food and cleaning up later. So if you ever see me like wipe stuff, I just like wipe stuff onto the ground. Just know that it gets picked up later, obviously. I usually do 2 slices of cheese. You can do them pretty thick. I like to do them fairly thick, but obviously not too thick, so you have cold cheese. Next, we'll go with the. I always cut the bacon last because it's meat, so I cut everything else on the cutting board first. Huge tip for onions. There are a lot of weird wives' tales on how to get onions to not make you cry. But this one right here is the best that I've ever found. I've tried gloves, goggles, washing onions, all that stuff. Doesn't really work. Refrigerate your onions. If you have them in the refrigerator, they do not make you cry. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, here's another trick. Cutting onions super, super finely, very quickly. So you just cut the onion in half. Do these guys right here. Now I'm being very careful because I wanted to get them real small. Really nice, thin, small diced onions for you right there. Perfect. You can chuck that back in. I'm gonna go with this guy next.
Rosemary.
Now, for herbs and spices, I like them bigger, not as finely chopped. That's totally a preference thing. I understand that a lot of people don't really like that because they complain about getting whole leaves in their food or nah. Grow up. It's flavor. It's the goods. It's the goods. This stuff is notoriously hard to cut though because it jumps and when it's dry like this.
Because it's fresh, Rosemary.
Try not to cut my fingers off here. And that's good. Move the cheese over onto the plate. I'm gonna cut the spinach up just because it goes on easier when it's cut up, and you don't have like pieces of spinach sticking up everywhere. It's mainly the stems. So if you cut the spinach up, it's easier to get a hold of, and you know, depending on what sauces you put on it, it'll hold it to the breakfast burger. We're just gonna put that aside for right now, along with the cheese. Okay, and then last but not least, grab the bacon. We do the 1 kilo of economy bacon just because we're cheap and we don't really care. So it's pretty much all the chunks and stuff like that they didn't want to put in
the streaky bacon?
The nice bacon packages.
If bacon was good here, then we'd probably buy nicer bacon. But...
It's just different. Bacon's just different here.
Yeah. It's not the same.
All the Australians watching this are going to be like, oh, no, bacon's great. And you're not wrong. The bacon is good, but there's something different about North American bacon. And we haven't really been able to put our fingers on it.
Well, when we were in Canada, though, we had the double smoked maple bacon, and you just can't.
Yeah.
You can't go away from that.
The other thing is, I cut the bacon for this recipe. You want to cut the bacon real small too, because it's going to come out, you'll see later, it's going to come out like a patty. So the larger bacon chunks you have, the harder it is for the patty to stick together. So this is, smaller bacon chunks just helps the cohesiveness of the burger, or patty, not burger. So that's pretty good
on
right
the
there.
bagel. Egg.
Alrighty, so we're over here at the stove now. I always do plenty of butter when I put everything in the pan because you just don't want it to stick. Get it mixed around pretty evenly there.
Smells
Pepper
so
on
good.
that. I also just like a lot of pepper on stuff. I know this is going to seem super, super excessive, but remember there are eggs going into this. This is where a lot of people get skittish. People get skittish around spices and stuff like that, but the more spices you add to a dish, the better it becomes automatically. It's not hard to cook a good meal. A little bit of practice. You just got to try stuff. You just got to experiment with things. Make sure your toaster's plugged in to the wall. That's key. Alrighty. Now everything's cooked off. I made a last minute decision and added some smoked paprika.
I tried to do the hand thing that people do and it didn't work.
Oh, she popped it.
She didn't focus.
Oh, come on.
Oh!
Alright.
We gotta put the eggs in.
That's when the eggs go in. That's when the eggs go in. You turn the heat down.
Everywhere.
Oh my god. I swear this doesn't usually happen. We can also pop your bagels down now. We've got a small crappy toaster, so
They don't fit.
yeah, so I have to do like 2 minutes and then another 2 minutes on the other side. Okay, so here's the important part. You want to get everything mixed together, but then once it is all mixed, like that's pretty good. You want to sort of just make a little mountain here. So that's about the size of the bagel. You might even want to go a little bit smaller than the size of a bagel just because it is going to spread out a little bit. Don't worry, we are going to flip it over, obviously. You just want the bottom to solidify a little bit more. Big boy breakfast bagel burger. Big bad boy breakfast bagel burger, baby.
Bagel.
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 Here comes, this is the most important part. This is where you could just end up eating an omelet with a dry bagel on the side here. Or scrambled eggs, I guess. No, I find that if you move the pan with it, it becomes a little easier.
Ooh, nice.
Just like that. And then cheese goes on. Also might have cut up way too much spinach.
You don't have to use it all.
But it is what it is. So it's kind of just nesting nicely right on top there now. And the cheese will help it all stick on.
So you can just put any sauce on. I would probably put like a tomato chutney on or something.
Bailey's on her tomato chutney right now.
Ooh.
I'm also gonna add this in at the end here just for fun.
Peri peri? Oh, she's toasted, hun.
Boom, just like that. Now, that right there is a breakfast. The time has come to eat. I always start on the fat side.
You gotta face me. Yum.
With that one. If you like this breakfast bagel, and if you like the video, or if you just like me, please like this video and subscribe. I'd be really grateful. And if you make one of these and you like it, send me a picture. I want to see. Get creative, change things up. Love learning from other people. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.